You cannot ignore an entire genre, an entire gender, and think that people are just gonna not notice. I think even the biggest bozo could watch this last night and could see what was going on. So BET did their annual BET Awards, and they didn't do it last night. They actually filmed this Saturday. So they've gotten to a point where they used to film this live and you would see the instant reaction. Live TV is always the best. They pre-recorded this Saturday night. So it's gotten to Source Awards level ratchet where they don't feel like they can even go live anymore. I don't know why. I don't unless it was going to be a cat fight because there was no guys at this show. This was definitely this should have been BET Black Girl Magic, BET Her Presents, because this was an all women show, and I love women, but you can't do it all by yourself. And apparently they thought they could. Now, for starters, Taraji P. Henson hosted once again. This was her fourth straight year. And I'm like saying to myself, like, damn, between her and Regina Hall, they've had nothing but female hosts the last few years. Okay, I see what y'all are doing. And now she actually this is more than just an annual paycheck for Taraji. She's a producer on this now. She's getting producer credits for this. So if you're wondering why this show was so female heavy, for starters, the woman who hosted it, a black woman, Taraji, she produced it. So she's up there. She did her Kendrick Lamar Not Like Us performance. It was cringe. She spent a lot of times getting political throughout the show, trying to get people to vote. Good luck with after that debate. A lot of people lost their faith in that. And they opened up the show with Meg Thee Stallion. Now, Meg Thee Stallion recently was in trouble. I wouldn't say she was in trouble. She got caught. She couldn't sell out some shows, and she had to cancel a few concerts recently. But the way they promoted, they push her like she's this mega star. They got her all on TV and all these commercials. They push her like she's like this fake women's hip hop revolution that they forcing on us. Yeah, on social media, these girls are getting all the clicks and the likes, but it's not translating to actual stardom outside of social media. The girl just had to cancel a bunch of shows before this was announced that she was performing. She opened up. She was a headliner, right? Sexy Red was another one who was on this show dancing and twerking, was a headliner for Hot 97 Summer Jam with Doja Cat a few weeks ago at the UBS Arena in Long Island. That venue holds 11,000 people. Tickets were 40% off. They still couldn't sell it out. But yet y'all keep telling me this is some hip hop women's revolution. These girls is taking over. No, they're not. They are not. The biggest artists are still the guys, the Drakes, the Kendricks, which none of them were here, right? Kendrick won Best Male Hip Hop Artist. They were in LA. To not have Kendrick out there, that was a big L. They had all these girls up here. Every female rapper you could think of was at this show. Lotto, Meg, Sexy, this one, that one, just to give female artist of the year to Nicki Minaj anyway. Who didn't show up? She didn't show up. There was a time and point where it didn't matter if you were on tour. This was appointment television. People would map out, tour dates so that they could be at the BET Awards. It was a big deal. They've lost that prestige. And you see right here, that guy right there, that's Scott Mills. That's the light-skinned dude. He's the CEO of the company. So you have feminine men and women running BET programming right now. So that is exactly why you're seeing what you're seeing and why it comes across so female dominant and just it wasn't that interesting, to be real. Will Smith was the only male performer they had. That was it. There was no hip hop representation from the male side. Will Smith came out as if he hasn't been acting full time for 30 years and did a rap that a lot of people weren't even connecting to like that. And that was it. You had no male hip hop performers or R&B. And then they decide, let's do a tribute to Usher, right? Usher's been through a lot, did the Super Bowl this year, kind of was a little caught up in that Diddy thing. They completely edited out his whole speech. People had to put it on Twitter because they wanted to see what he had to say. BET edited it out. The one time they acknowledged a male performer the whole night, they couldn't even do that right. They had an all-female tribute to Usher. 7 girls, Coco Jones, a couple of these other girls. Some of them aren't even household names. And I'm like, we couldn't get no male performers? They're like, well, Chris Brown's on tour. I don't care. Usher's been out for 30 years. There's not a single R&B male artist he hasn't influenced over the last 20 years. From Chris Brown, Omarion, Mario, Lloyd. You could have got any of these guys. They would have done it. They would have probably did it for free. And you went and made it the all girl Black Magic. We gonna do it. And you wonder why the crowd wasn't connecting with it and it didn't hit. Like, it's subjective, but the best Michael Jackson tribute to me was the Chris Brown one when he passed in 2009. That people had tears in their eyes. Like, that was moving because he was the closest thing physically that we had seen to Michael Jackson. It made sense. You know, it was almost like Mike was in heaven and he passed the baton to him. I didn't get none of that with this. They even had a girl, I forgot her name. She did a Michael Jackson tribute last night. Didn't hit the same. Then she was trying to do Billie Jean. Didn't hit. Like, y'all gotta stop, man. Everything cannot be done by a female, and vice versa. Men can't do everything either. We're supposed to complement each other. That's the way the world works. But they figured they could do all of this with the girls. The rating hasn't come out yet. It'd be interesting to see what the ratings was. Let me see if I can look up what the ratings was for the BET Awards if it came out this early, because I'm pretty sure it was terrible. But yeah, they have completely sold out with feminine, just over the top feminine entertainment, all in your face. They have there's no kind of shame. Now, they had some male performers that won. I mean, Killer Mike still living off that album. He won Best Male Hip Hop Artist. Lil Durk won Best Collaboration. 21 Savage won Best Male Hip Hop Artist. So they gave the guys some awards, but none of them were there, and none of them performed. None of them. Yeah, this is a sad day, but like I say, it wasn't that hard to see what they were doing. Even Beyonce won an award, but of course she wasn't there either, right? Chris Brown won Album of the Year, was not there. Why we keep doing these? I just think award shows are old, outdated format that just needs to go. We need to find other ways to acknowledge artists without having to do these shows, because these shows just don't matter anymore. They don't. But yeah, BET is not slick. It was obvious what they were doing last night, and hopefully people call them out on it, because people ain't stupid, you know. And trying to completely eliminate the black man from black culture to try to replace everybody with just women, that ain't gonna work. Because that's what this felt like. Like, they were just trying to erase black men completely, and we're gonna just make it all about the girls. And I'm like, nah, you know, no ma'am, like Al Bundy said, nah, we can't do that.